guys, welcome back for another journal with me here. I hope you're having a fantastic week. This week I am doing kind of a catch-up journal, which are my favorite to do, so it's just a bunch of pictures that I didn't have a ton to journal about, so there's going to be lots of color and decorating and stuff. And I do this really cool tip-in thing, which I'm super excited about. So I just took these scrap pieces of paper. I did cut up my Cocoa Daisy insert from February and just use the loose sheets in my A5 Midori, which is my journal for the month. And here I'm just cutting up the photos. So for those of you that don't have a Canon selfie, there's a ribbon inside of it, and the ink is on that ribbon, and then once the ink is gone, then the ribbon's done. And I had to change it right after I printed that last photo, and the last photo that I printed out, the imprint was still on the film, which I thought was super cool. So I cut those out and wanted to use them with this photo because that's the photo that was imprinted. I make this cool waterfall tip-in thing. So because the film was too flimsy to just tip in by itself, it would roll up, I put it on some of this scrap paper and just stapled it on with my tiny attacher. You can't really tell unless you look really close that it's an imprint of this photo, but I know it's there, so that's really all that matters. And then I decided to go landscape because it just wasn't going to fit the other way, and I wanted to fit this through my eyes and from a bit that I printed out too. So you'll see me fiddle with the little waterfall bits to make sure that fits without being folded, but I get it to work. So my challenge for you this week is to take something that isn't really that's meant to be thrown away, like this ink ribbon here, and use it in your journaling. It's so much fun. I love it. It's probably one of my new favorite pages in this journal. And then I just used some skinny washi to cover up those edges and make it look a little more clean. And here I'm putting that ephemera piece on. So this ended up being like a flip out, kind of about body image. Sometimes we're a little too hard on ourselves, and we get so caught up in comparing ourselves to others rather than just living our life and being happy that our body carries us around every day and it moves and lets us do things. So this was kind of like a documentation of how I'm sometimes hard on myself, and then like a pick-me-up of you're awesome. So I'm just putting little tabs on these flip outs. I just cut up a big tab and used it, and then I'm going to tip it in onto my page with this giant washi. I don't know where I got this washi, but it's my favorite of all time, and I need like a million rolls of it, and it's almost gone. It looks like lace. It's just so cool. So now I'm just plopping some watercolor down. I will go back to that tip-in. I'm kind of a person that I'll start one element and then I just keep going back and forth. It's just how I work. So here I'm putting some stickers on there. These are just the Tim Holtz Big Chat stickers. And then I did leave the back of that flat blank to do some personal journaling later. Here, this was a picture that I posted on not only my Facebook but my Instagram, if you guys saw it, of me trying to unbury my car. I was almost all the way done by that time. I had unearthed the passenger side and the rear end, but there was still a ton of snow on the other side. So I just took a picture. And then my boss that I'm babysitting the house for commented underneath, and he said, "Holy cow, is the flagpole still there?" Because they have a giant flagpole in their yard, and I thought that was really funny. So I just printed that out. And I'm embellishing it And then I have this giant exit here ephemera piece, so I thought it'd be funny to kind of like put it on next to the picture because obviously I couldn't get out until I did that. So that was cool. And then I had been documenting, they have like a 3.5-foot fence in their backyard, and I'd been documenting over like the past few weeks after it snowed how buried it was, and as you'll see in this picture on the right, it's completely gone. So, I'll have to find some other new measure. This here at the bottom is a picture of my aunt's dog, Lou. He was standing between my feet looking really cute, and we tried to snag a picture of him, but he moved, so it's kind of blurry, but I still like it. So I'm putting that in there. That coffee cup I put up there is from the Amy Tangerine new release. It's one of the ephemera die cuts, and I just love her stuff. I've never gotten it before, but I've always wanted it, so I bought a bunch of it, and I'm just so excited. It's so pretty and colorful. So yeah, I needed a lot of coffee to get through shoveling, so that's why that's there. And then this is a mixed media piece that I've been working on that I really like. So I just wanted to pop that in there. I have a, like a record someone gave me that was just, come on, talk, Leanne. That had gesso over it, and I kind of want to mount that mixed media piece on top of it and make an even bigger mixed media piece to put on my wall. So I just did some journaling about that. And I put a sticker on there that says only your rule counts, which I thought was cool. And I'm just putting a puppy paw print and journaling about that photo. And I used that, my Faber-Castell pen in like the faux stitching to kind of separate the different things. I think it looks really cool. I'm just continuing to add stickers here and there. The date of the snowstorm was on the photo already, but it was kind of faint and really small, so I wanted to make sure that I put that on there. And here I'm just continuing to audition different stickers and watercoloring the back side of my page. I'm not one of those people who kind of keeps to like the 2-page spread thing. It just, however many pages I want to use is how many I use, and that's it. So my aunt gave me this super cool cutout, and it's like watercolor paper with all kinds of coffee sayings on it, and I colored one while I was on the phone with my friend. So I stuck it in there. I also took that circle ephemera piece and cut it in half so that I could use half on this photo and half on the other photo, because I wanted it to peek out the side anyway. So that's a good tip if you only have one and you want to keep the flow of the pages going. Just cut it in half, and then you can use it on both. And this is another photo you would have seen on my Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, go ahead and click the description box below, like the drop down, and you can see my link in there. I post all kinds of arty pictures and stuff that you won't normally see on YouTube, and you get some sneak peeks on upcoming videos sometimes as well. So look at that, magic journaling appeared. So yeah, I'm just doing more faux stitching to tie it all together, but I had a lot of fun making that piece along with the Jane Davenport tutorial, so I thought I would stick that in there. And then this is what my finished spread looks like, guys. I still need to do the journaling in this last flap here, but I'll do that off camera, of course. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please don't forget to leave your questions below for my Q&A video. This will be the last week that you can kind of submit those. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it, and I hope you have a fantastic week. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.